Okay, I'm back. So the next one is Paper Towns. I really don't know a lot. I'm good. Okay, this book I bought. I don't know what the story is behind it, but it was cool. I have read like the summary of all the books before buying it, but I forget. Next one is this one by Priyanka Chopra. This is Unfinished by Priyanka Chopra Jonas. I've talked about this before, now I'm going to talk about it again. The next book I have is Harry Potter, the Cursed Child scripted version. I really want to read it, and I know that the cast has reunited yet, and I don't know, something is probably coming, but I haven't watched it yet, or I don't know when it's releasing. But anyways, the next book is Taken for the Dead. It's a murder mystery, but I haven't read it because it was boring, and it has some messed up stuff in it. So yeah, and I was really in the mood for reading some romance or something like that. So yeah, Time Machine to Tear. Really don't know what happens in this book. Gotta read to find out. So yeah, then I have this book called Bad Blood, and no, it's not about a Taylor Swift song. It's about someone who did money fraud or something like that. I don't know, but it seemed interesting, so I have it. Then I have this book called Milk and Honey. It's like a collection of poems or something like that, and it's a great book. This writer Rupi Kaur, I like her. I love her books. I read this one, and I have all of her books. I think I have two more. Yeah, she has two more books, so I have both of them. I want to read it because the quotes were amazing. This next book is drama. So I read this when I was sick. I had dengue. I read it at that time. So basically, it's like a comic. It's like the first comic I ever bought, and definitely the last, because some of the comics are good. Like if you're reading Marvel comics and stuff like that, those are good, but some are bad. They're money waste straight. Then the next book I have is Breaking Dawn. I actually have 3 parts of Twilight. The first one is Twilight. I really don't need to explain a lot about Twilight because I'm probably the last person on planet Earth to read it. But I'm still going to give a little summary. So this girl Bella, she moves to Fox for her high school or something like that, and there she meets Edward Cullen. And he has some deep secret that Bella wants to find out, and spoiler alert: Edward is a vampire. Peace. Then the next book I have is New Moon. New Moon is the second part of Twilight. I loved that one a lot. Then I don't have the third part, which is Eclipse, because I watched the movies. I have watched all the movies except New Moon. I watched Eclipse, and I think if I'm gonna read that one, I'm definitely gonna tear the book apart because it is super. It is a great movie, but it gets your blood plumping because Jacob is annoying. He is. Then I have Breaking Dawn. It's a big book. I've seen Breaking Dawn, but I haven't read it, and I really want to read it because the books are way different than the movies. So yeah. Then the next book I have To Kill a Mockingbird. It's also a very famous book which I haven't read and I really wanted to read. So then the next one I have is Chetan Bhagat, The 3 Mistakes of My Life. I have never read a Chetan Bhagat book, but my friend Abhilasha, she gifted me this book and I really want to read it. I'm not a big Chetan Bhagat fan, but I'm definitely going to read this one. Then the next book I have is A Thousand Splendid Suns. This book is not mine. My sister had it and I'm gonna read it because it sounds fun. Then I have The Perfect Us by Duroy Datta. Then I have Will Grayson. This book is the John Green one. I've already talked about this, I believe, and I'm not gonna talk about it again. But yeah, it's about 2 people with the same name and then they meet. It's a John Green book. You should go and read it. It was a nice one. Then I have this book. This is And the Mountains Echoed. It's from the same writer who wrote A Thousand Splendid Suns, and it's again my sister's. And I want to read it because she has a lot of books, but she does not read. I don't know why. I actually don't trust people who don't read, but yeah, it's whatever. Then I have this book called Bridges. I have already like read it. I'm like halfway through it. I'm gonna start reading it. It's again a collection of poems. It's by my sister's friend called Sana Yaroli. I don't know how to pronounce its name, and it is a great book. Yeah, you should definitely read that. Then I have this book, Homebody. It's the books by Rupi Kaur. So I needed all the parts of the books. Then I have this book called Lord Edward Dies by Gartha Christine. I had one more book of her. I think that book was nice, but I lost it. Like I accidentally left it behind and by Nani's house, and I needed and I was going on a trip, so I needed another book to read for the trip. So I started reading One of Us Is Next, and completely forgot about that. I want to read it again. Then the next one we have is S as in Love. It's again from the same writer, Alente Bottom, who wrote The Course of Love. It was very boring. I haven't even finished it yet. I'm like 20 pages left, but it was like unbearable. So yeah, I'm so sorry, Harry. Then the next one is The Sun and Her Flowers. Again, a Rupi Kaur book. Needed all the books to finish the collection, so I have it. Then I have this book called Like Smoke. It's not mine, it's my sister's. And the next book I have is Flawed. This is my sister's, but like a different sister, Diya Didi. She gave it to me. She said it's amazing. So, and I believe her, and I'm gonna read it. So those are all like my books that I had on my shelf before, but I wanna add few more. And this I'm gonna just go to in my bookshelf where I keep all my school books and fish out some good books that I might wanna read again. So. Okay, I found 3 books. This is The Faces in the Water. It's like one of the first good books that I've read, and it was really nice. It's a 5-star read for me still. Then I found Kathy Cassidy's Driftwood, and this one, Ahimsa. I've talked about all 3 of these in my previous video, so you can go and watch that. Also, I just realized how small these books are. Like I could finish these in a single day. And these used to take me a long time to finish. So, we've come so far. Yeah, now I think I'm gonna set these. First, like before filming this video, I had all these set as in like color coordination, which looked bad. Like it didn't look bad, but it was like, yeah, well, it was bad. But I don't know how I wanna set these now. Let's get to work. I'm gonna push the camera a little bit behind. Okay, I'm thinking that I should maybe do it by like pages or like the length of the book. So this is like the fattest book I have. Then I have, okay, wait. Oh my god, the books are falling. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna put these like this so that I can see them. Like I'm gonna put these like that so that I can see where I'm going with this. Like I'm gonna put, I have above 49 books. Like let's just count them 50. Okay, 49 is not a good number. So I have 50 books. Okay, so I'm back. I did my whole arrangement and stuff. So as you can see, I have my Twilight collection, and then the John Quinn books. Then I have Casey, because I don't know how to pronounce her name. Like Red, White and Royal Blue and One Last Stop. Then I have all these books like in vertical, because like the length of these books are like pretty small. They're like 200 pages or something like that, so like they could fit together. And then I've stacked One of Us Is Lying and One of Us Is Next, and The Mountains I Count 1,000 Splendid Islands. So like this part is like solely based on writers. Then I have this book, and it is kind of color coordinated, because first I have like few, you can see, first I have few blacks here, then it's going purple, then white, then a little blue, then red, and then I have these vertically, and left some space above for few books in future. वीडियो अच्छी लगे तो लाइक कमेंट सब्सक्राइब कर देना, चैनल पर नए तो बेल आइकन दबा देना, मेरे साथ सोशल मीडिया को फॉलो करो, स्पेशली इंस्टाग्राम, because I'm kind of active over there. I'll see you in my next video. Until that, peace out.
to drag you home would do. Back at the motel outside.